YouTube 10 and oh with salad. Yes, new salad is here, and the back row is top tier, and I am not kidding when I say this is the back row deck. You're gonna see the deck list, and you're gonna be like, what the blah 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 blah, as Mix would say. You're gonna say, what the blah 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 blah. Alright, so here's the deck list. I'm hoping to do a cog run with this, so I'm gonna see if I can get a cog run in with this, and I will let you guys know on the YouTube side. But yeah, this is the salad deck list. Let's go over it. So I know a lot of people in here are saying, wait, only one Spinny? And yes, and I will explain why. Alright, so advantage number one is the deck's one card combo is 100% consistency if you go first. You cannot brick it, is impossible, and I will tell you why with the skill. This may look a little bit weird. Now, all the back row that you see is completely optional. You can play whatever back row you want. This is just some other back row. I'm playing Divine Wrath because the discard traps, because you plus so much in this deck, and you will see that when I go over the one card combo to you guys. But you will plus so much. So you want to run discard traps. Now, the good news for you guys is Divine Wrath is available via box chips. So if you do not have access to it, Divine Wrath is available via box chips. Ultimate Providence is also a free-to-play card, and so is Rebirth of Parshat. So all these cards, I think you can get Rebirth. I really wouldn't recommend you get a rare with box chips. I'll check right now, see where out also this card is reprinted in. Does it say? Where's the how to obtain thing? Oh, here we go. How to obtain. Okay, so yeah, you really don't want to use box chips on this. You can get this as a discount in Lords of the Shining. It's only a rare, so don't feel you don't even have to play it if you don't want to. But it's also a rare if you want. And Ultimate Providence is in multiple structure decks, so if you're able to get like a structure deck, I click on this for you guys, and it is well, it won't allow me to buy it with gems, but if you wanted to get a structure deck, you could also pick it up. I think one of the structure decks has 2 Ultimate Providence included. Yeah, so if you get the Blue Eye structure deck, you get 2 of these included for the price of 1, so you can pick up 2 of them for free. So Ultimate Providence is very, very good because you get so many free discards, especially with adding back a spell, which is actually really, really good because that gives you a spell discard to negate against heroes, and that's very, very important. And that makes the hero matchup much more reliable because of the text you can play. You have a hell ton of text space in here to counter heroes with. Okay, so next we have our main deck engine. So if you don't know what Gazelle does, I want to point this out. If a Salamangreat monster is sent to your graveyard, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from the hand. And when you special summon it, you send any Salamangreat card from deck to grave. Now this procs on resolution, so what does that mean? That means after the chain resolves, a new chain will start and Gazelle can trigger. So if you activated a card, say it's just Silent Mining to discard a Cyburst, add Gazelle, you can proc Gazelle on res to summon. That's very, very neat trick to know. Alright, so keep that in mind. Also, if they were to Hydra your Link on resolution, Gazelle will proc in hand. Hydra will not mess up Gazelle. So keep that in mind. And you can only use each effect of Gazelle once per turn, so you can only summon it once, and you can only Foolish Burial once. Next, we have Jack Jaguar. Jack Jaguar is really, really good because, again, this summons itself from the graveyard to a zone of link points to. Some of the large lists like this, one of the large lists that I looked at before to gain inspiration off of, does not play Jack Jaguar. I like it because Jack Jaguar makes the turn 2 less awkward, and it's a very good extender and can offer a ton of follow-up in the graveyard if the games get long. And you have a ton of extra deck space, which I will go over with the skill in a second. Salamangreat Spinny is really good. We just got this in the new box. Spinny is awesome because while in the graveyard, can special summon itself and make Mirage Thalia with your Gazelle. Very, very good card to have, and discards itself from the hand to gain 500 attack on any monster on the field. And yeah, gains 500 attack. Special summons itself from the grave. Yeah, and you can only use each effect once per turn. Fennec is a card we haven't played in Master Duel, so I never read this card before because there's better options in Master Duel. But this card is really good in Duel Links. I totally slept on this when I did the box review. So when this thing is sent to the graveyard as a link material for a link to or higher salad, you get to add any salad spell or trap, normal spell or trap from deck to hand. So this can't add roar, not spell or trap, I should say normal spell. Not spell or trap. Normal spell from deck to hand. So while this can't add roar, this cannot add rage, and this cannot add, which we don't have rage in the game anyway. And you can't add will, which we also don't have in the game. This could add Fury of Fire, which this card is actually quite good for Duel Links, and I will discuss it in a second. So Fennec is very, very good. Okay, so next we have Fury of Fire. So this spell allows you to target 2 Salad Mangrates in your graveyard, special summon them, or hand. But their effects are negated, and also for the rest of this turn, you can only special summon once. The only thing you need to know is that you special summon from the graveyard free 2 monsters. So this card is a +1. Essentially, with Fennec, you're plussing 2 because you get this card for free. And then you get to summon 2 back from the graveyard. So it's a +2. And it will be a +3 once I talk about your Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Lion Emperor, which is also key to the combo. Next, we run Salaman Great Reoccurrence. So this card is very, very good to have too as a follow-up. Targets any 2 salads in the graveyard, adds them to the hand. And if this card is destroyed by a card effect, so that they would have popped it with Stratos, you can add a Salaman Great spell trap from deck to hand, but you're aiming for that never to happen. Yeah, very good. You can only use Reoccurrence once per turn. Next, we play Sanctuary. So Sanctuary, like I said, the effect never ever comes up. All you need to know about Salaman Great Sanctuary is that the only thing you need to know about the effect that actually comes up is you can link over a monster. It's called Reincarnation Link Summoning. So if you don't know about Salads, basically Reincarnation Linking, or as relinking goes, is that you can summon a monster with the same link rating over the one that you have with the same name. So for example, as the whole material. So for example, if I were to copy a wolf, I could summon a Sunlight Wolf over that same Sunlight Wolf without actually having to use 2 monsters of the link 2, because it's the same name. So that's how Sanctuary works. Same with something like Pyro Phoenix. I can throw a link 4 on top of a link 4. Same thing, as long as it has the same name. So very, very good in that regard. So that's what you need to know. The other effect is if he battles a link monster, you can pay 1,000 life points, make that link 0, and gain life points equal to its original attack. Again, doesn't come up often. It could come up if they swing incorrectly and they swing into like a small monster and they don't realize it, and you gain a ton of life, but generally doesn't come up. Next, we have Salaman Great Mirage Stalio. So this is a rank 3 exceed. Takes 2 level 3 monsters, detach a material from this, special summon any salad from your deck in defense. Now, this is really, really good. It's so easy to make. You do this with the 1-card combo. Also, you cannot activate monster effects for the rest of its turn except fire monsters. So off the bat, really, really strong. If this succeeds, summon card is sent to the graveyard as material for a link summon of a salad monster. You can target 1 monster on the field, return it to the hand. So immediately, if this is sent to the graveyard as material for a link summon of a salad, target any card in the field, return it to the hand. Any monster on the field, return it to the hand. Not card, monster. So this is very, very good going second, obviously. Also, if they do not kill it in the turn 1 combo, you immediately threaten a monster to get off the field. So this becomes a threat of removal on your opponent's turn, on your turn 3. So you're threatening removal, so your opponent really has to deal with it. And you'll also have Phalanx protection in your graveyard. On top of that, we have a new monster called Lion Emperor. So if you don't know what this does, is Lion Emperor targets a fire monster in your graveyard and adds to the end. You detach a material, but that monster cannot be normal summoned the same turn. You don't care. All you care is this is follow-up and free discard fodder for all your trap cards. Next, you have Salaman Great Pyro Phoenix. Pyro Phoenix is a link 4. And when this card has a bunch of different effects, including one when it's relinked and one when it's just on the field. A couple when it's just on the field. When this card is Reincarnation Link Summon, when I say relink, that's what it means. It means when you throw, like I said before, the same monster on top of it, replace it with the same monster's name, you can destroy all cards on the field. So if you have your Sanctuary, you throw this on top. and then you blow up everything on the field. That also works with your Transcendence, but we don't play Transcendence. It also works with Coda Soul, but we don't have Coda Soul on Duel Links. Other effects is you can target a Link monster in your opponent's graveyard, special summon it to your opponent's field, and this effect does not need to be relinked to do it. If a Link monster is special summoned to your opponent's field, except during the damage step, you can target one of those monsters and inflict damage to your opponent equal to half that monster's original attack. So again, doesn't really do much in a Master Duel format, but in a Duel Links format, you have to keep in mind, we're in a 4K format. So if you go up against, like Tri-Brigade, for example, and you hit Shirag, you can burn for 15. And again, that might do more in a 4K format than it is here. So this effect is a little bit more relevant. I wouldn't say the most relevant, but a little bit more relevant. Borlo Dragon. We run that. We run Ningirsu. Heat Leo, again, when relinked, can target a face-up monster on the field when relinked. We only run one, so that's not going to happen. For now, we might play two. We might play two. I'm debating on it. And reduce that monster's attack by the attack of a Salamangreat monster in your graveyard. So you target a monster in your graveyard. Not a Salamangreat monster in your graveyard. Any monster in your graveyard. And then target one monster in your opponent's field. And you reduce that monster by the attack of the monster in the graveyard. So example, you target Jaguar in your graveyard. Target their Dragostapelia. It'll go down to 900 from 27. So very, very good. Next, we have its first effect. So when non-relinked, they can shuffle a spell or trap on your opponent's field in the deck. Very good turn 3 against Predaplant, because Predaplant like to end on Ponix and their field spell. So being able to deal with all their back row on turn 3 pretty much exits all follow-up they're going to have on turn 4. So very, very good if you don't kill them there. But there are other cards that will do that as well. You don't even need Helium. Next, you have Nightmare Phoenix. So Nightmare Phoenix, again, can pop the back row. It's pretty obvious. And then you also have Pyro Phoenix, which can also clear a Predator turn 3 and a Security Dragon. Okay. Now, again, is this the optimized deck list? It's a good deck list, but we still can optimize it even further. It may not be the final deck list. It's like when you write an essay in class, you have a rough draft and a final draft. This is like the rough draft. Okay. That being said, let's go over the skill so all this makes sense to you. Okay. So I'm going to also teach you how to unlock the skill as well, because it's not as clear how to unlock the skill here unless you're actually looking for it. Okay. So you can only use the skill's second effect once per duel. You cannot normal summon or special summon monsters except Salamangreat monsters, including summons from the extra deck. Excluding summons from the extra deck. And during your opponent's turn, you can only use the Link 4 monsters, Link Material, once per turn. Okay, with this build, the second part of that really doesn't apply. If you use Transcendent build, then you can Transcend it to your Pyro Phoenix to board wipe on your opponent's turn. But what's really important here that you need to know is that you're only locked into summoning Salad monsters in the main deck, which is fine because that's all your combo will do. That's all this build will do. The second part of the skill is this is once per duel, but really, really good. Sends any card from your hand to the graveyard. Any card, could be a trap, spell, monster. Add one Salamangreat of Fire and Burning Shell from outside your deck to your hand. So, it's 100% consistency. This skill will trigger discarding any card. Like, if you have the Seraph skill, you have to set a Seraph monster. If you have the Hero skill, you have to discard a Warrior monster. If you play the, whatchamacallit skill, or a level 10. If you play the Alito skill, the Battle and Boxer, you have to discard a Boxer. Here you don't. Just discard whatever you want. Because consistency, 100%. That's how we want it. And then add 3 copies of Salamangreat, 2 Salamangreat Link monsters with different names outside your deck to your extra deck. Those are going to be Balanx and Sunlight Wolf. And I'll go over what these cards do in a second. If your opponent only controls a card, you can take one Salamangreat monster and either add it to your hand or play it face down. So this is really, really good because we run Droplet. So going second, you get the free card to your hand. So that's, you essentially get 3 cards to your hand in addition. So you're already starting your hand with 5 cards because you're going second. However, due to the skill, you're going to start with 7 cards because you're going to discard 1 for the skill, but then you're going to be able to add 2 cards to your hand. So essentially, play your cards right, your Droplet could be free, which is broken. So you can get rid of all your opponent's disruption that way for free. Anyway, yeah. So if you're, okay. So now, But you could also play it to your field too, which is also really good going second if you want to use Fennec. So if you wanted to use Fennec going second, you could also play that. And then Fennec can, you know, search, and easier to do that without having to go Mirage. Set up Mirage Dahlia a lot easier. Yeah. Okay, so let's go over the monsters here. So Salamander Great of Fire is actually, well, in Master Duel standards, it's not super new, but it's relatively new. But it's an updated card that came out in the TCG about a year ago. This card is really good. On summon, adds any level 4 or lower Salamangreat from deck to hand. So if you see my Master Duel combo videos, then you already know this works. So you know how this works already, so you can do that. And if you see my 30-game win streak Salad video that happened a while ago, that also covers the basics of Salad, so I will link that in the description below. That's when I got second place in Battle Phase and had the 30-game win streak. At the start of the damage step, so on summon, on normal or special summon, this searches any Salamangreat monster. So very, very good, level 4 or lower, but that's pretty much all you're searching. Nobody plays Beat Bison. At least not now. And this couldn't search it anyway. At the start of the damage step, if a Cyberus monster you control battles, you can banish this card, destroy that monster you control. This is not relevant. Nobody plays Raging Phoenix. That's not mastered at Duel Links yet. So this is an effect that's really relevant, Raging Phoenix. Also, this locks you into special summoning fire monsters. So keep that in mind. So the minute you use fire, you cannot special summon any fire monsters. So anything but fires. But that's okay, because we have Pyro Phoenix, Mirage Dahlia Phoenix to wipe the board. Everything, Heat Leo. So we don't really care about being locked in the fires too much. Next we have Salamangreat Burning Shell. This card doesn't really get used much other than discard. All you need to know is this could special summon a Sal from your hand but negate its effects as a quick play spell. And then you can link summon with the monster and your Salamangreat monster on the field. Also, in the graveyard, you can banish this during the main phase to return one Salamangreat link in your graveyard and return it to the action deck. So just good recovery, just a good bonus effect, but doesn't really come up in its effect. Just more of a discard for your discard traps. And keep in mind, it's also a spell card, so if you wanted to Ulti-Providence negate one of their spells, you can do something very important. Salamangreat Phalanx offers 1 protection in the graveyard. Any of your Salad, so it's an SBL. If Spiritual Base Tame Alarm, if you play Master Duel, same thing. It can protect the whole board of Salad, so if they want to Dark Hole you, protect it. You can only use that effect once. And on Link Summon is Link 1, add Sanctuary for free. So it's a +1 on Link Summon. Salamangreat Sunlight Wolf has 2 effects, one when it's reincarnated and one when it's on the field. When it's on the field, and a monster is summoned to its arrow, even in your opponent summons it to their arrow, which is more common now because there's a lot more combo decks in Duel Links. So your opponent will sometimes be forced to summon it to its arrow, which will net you a free plus on their turn. Or most of the time you'll end up triggering it anyway, because if they say go up against Predaplant, they Hydra you, then if they Hydra something that's not your wolf, then you'll summon Gazelle out of your hand and add back anyway. But if if a monster is normal or special summon to a zone it points to, add 1 fire monster in your graveyard to your hand. But for the rest of the turn, you cannot normal or special summon monsters with the added name. This in Master Duel can add back Ash Blossom, but we don't have Ash in Duel Links, so just keep that in mind. During your main phase, if you control this card that was link summoned, so if you relink it, you can add 1 Salamangreat spell or trap from your graveyard to your hand each turn. So this is very good. This could just keep adding back your whatever, your circle. If you play it, you can add back your Fury of Fire, because this card is a Salamangreat card. So woo! Add back Soul Charge every turn. Add back Rematch every turn. So Goki, you get to laugh at Goki because they get to play 1, but we get to play it multiple times. Although it does, the only downside to fire is we can only special summon at the extra deck once after it. So you might want to play this last, but that's okay, because again, you can just activate this as the very last thing you're going to do, and yeah, you could still essentially rematch for free. And it does not make you link summon using those monsters or exceed summon, so you can make something like a Pyro Phoenix. You can use this as like the final piece to make like a Pyro Phoenix or something, which will, well, you can't really make Pyro Phoenix because then Pyro Phoenix won't work because you would have to relink it again. But you can make something like a Heat Leo if you want to clear the back rows like the last thing. Again, not necessarily the best card you want to recover all the time, but it's something you can do if you wanted to. But it's cool to recover nonetheless. Okay, so that's that in a nutshell. Unless you want to like grind game with Pyro Phoenix and then like Jag return the other one or whatever. Okay, so that's the deck list. Now let me show you the 1-card combo. Want to know the great thing about this, YouTube? You want to know the great thing about this? The great thing about this is that I can go right to the gate and I don't have to do this 100 times over to Monday. Because skill at 100% consistency is a lovely thing. Alright. Alright, so this is your 1-card combo. We're also going to be streaming this later. Oh, keep in mind, if you open up either Fury of Fire or Reoccurrence, then you can have both of them turn 1. So you would just search the other one, and then have it immediately for followed. Which you will see in one of my replays. Alright, so here we're just going to discard this. And then we're going to add the fire and our burning shell. And then here... Oh, why does it make me go second? I really don't want to go second. Alright, let me scoop out of this, because I want to do this. I want to go first. I really want to go first, because otherwise it's going to not be a 1-card combo, and it's going to mess things up. So let me go first. Come on, Konami. Come on now. Be gentle. Let me go first. Of course you're not.
If you're gonna... Duel! Here right now is the time. My turn is done. Your mind. I draw!
I'm gonna keep scooping until it allows me to go first, because I really want to go first. Alright, fine. You know what? You win, Konami. You...
It's Duel! It's my... Alright. My turn is done. Your mind. I draw!
Alright. So... You don't win. You don't win, Konami. You just don't win. You don't win at all. Alright, one more shot, and then they do win. Because otherwise it's going to look weird to you guys if I don't. How? Come on!
If you're gonna... Duel!
You know what? I could just... I'll explain it when I go over the YouTube for when I go first. I'll just explain it over the YouTube when I go first. Give it one more try. I know I keep saying one more try. One more try. Give it to me. Give me one more try. You can't make me go second 5 times in a row, can you? Fine. I'll do it when I go second. You win, Konami. You just win. You just win. Alright. So pay attention. We're gonna activate our skill. Actually, you know what? No, it's fine. Because I'm stupid. I can just add it to the end. Alright, so if you open up, like I said, if you open up Fury of Fire, then you can just add the other spell and this too. And I'll show you how to do that. Alright, so I'm just going to add this to hand. Don't pay mind to it. Alright, so this is the 1-card combo. You're going to normal summon Salamander of Fire.
Summoning Salamander of Fire activates its effect.
Then, we're going to link summon into Phalanx. Fire's going to search Gazelle. Then we're going to activate Phalanx's effect, Special Gazelle. Summon Gazelle. Going to use Gazelle's effect here. We're going to send Spinny. We're going to reborn Spinny. So when Spinny's on the field, we're going to use these two to make Mirage.
This wild steed blazes the tundra. I activate Mirage Stallios effect.
Mirage, detach Gazelle, very important because you want to have the most follow-up. so you want to detach Gazelle. Also, summon Mirage in defense. Don't put it in attack. Now we're going to summon Fennec out of the deck with Mirage's effect. Then we're going to link off the Fennec and the Phalanx into Sunlight Wolf. Then we're going to add Reoccurrence. If you did not open, if you open Fire, add Reoccurrence because you discard the Fire for skill. So if you open Fire, discard Fire for skill and add Reoccurrence. If you open Reoccurrence, discard Reoccurrence and add Fire. But in this case, we opened up Fire, we discarded it. If you opened up neither, then search Fire. So I'm going to go over it one more time. If you open up Fire, search Reoccurrence. If you open up Reoccurrence, search Fire. And if you open up neither of them, search Fire. Okay. So next what we're going to do is we're going to activate Sanctuary. And then we're going to relink off the Sunlight Wolf to get back our Fire with its effect. Next, we're going to activate Fury of Fire. Then we're going to summon back our Gazelle and our Fennec. Not going to trigger Wolf yet. Next, we're going to go ahead and with these two, we are going to make our Lion under Wolf.
Check this out. I exceed summon my Sunlight Wolf's effect activate.
We're going to add back our Salamangreat Fire. And then with a material already under it, we're going to detach our Gazelle. And then we're going to add back Gazelle to our hand. Now, pretend Jag isn't in the hand. So without Jag in the hand, we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in our hand turn 1. Look at all these cards we have in our hand. Pretend the Jag isn't even there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards in the hand. We went +4. Sound like a skill that may be familiar to you guys? And then we just set our 3 back row and we pass. And that's literally all we're doing. That's literally all you do. That's the turn 1. So again, like I said before, you get so much advantage from just doing this combo. If you open up Fury of Fire, that's a plus. That's an extra plus. So if you open up Fury of Fire, that's the extra plus. If you don't open up Fury of... Yeah. That becomes an extra plus. So just broken. Okay. Now. To the victors come the spoils. Alright. Don't know if that really made sense, but... Here we go. Enjoy! Alright, this one's the wrong replay. Oh yeah, this is totally wrong. Okay, hold on. This is not it. This is not it. Let me save some of the replays. Because I didn't save all of them.
Allow me.
Alright, hold on. There's the train one. Okay, that's the train one. Okay, here we go. Saving you the best ones, we're going to do more on stream later. Here we go. So there you have it, YouTube. Where am I? Oh, where'd my face go? It's gone. Hold on. I'm gonna poof back in 1 second. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'm back. Yeah. So this deck, I feel, is top tier. I do think it's top tier if it's constructed right. So we're gonna have to see. I think it is definitely top tier potential here. So, and it's definitely on the freer to play side if this build is the right way to play it. With that being said, I hope to do a cog run soon. If you love this video, like, comment, sub, smash that subscribe button. Much appreciated. And yeah, turn on notification bells for the next stream, likely tonight. So yeah. With that being said, catch you guys next time. Bye, YouTube. Peace.